The Gobsmacked Perth Corporate Rumble number 8 is only weeks away. So please welcome my next guest, Fraser Blades Harvey.
Yep.
Man, when you hit the big 4-0, that body just says
man, my body,
no more.
I reckon I'm losing circulation to my toes, and my feet. Because I sit down on the couch for 15 minutes and get up and I'm like...
Goes numb.
I feel like an old,
Oh, yeah.
This must be age.
Yeah, you want to hit 40?
Yeah.
It's 40.
It's not far off, it's 2 years.
No, all right, so you're taking part in the PCR XIII, is it? Is that it? 8? I think it is 8.
It was 7 now, I think
what
it's
is
8.
7? Because 7 got cancelled due to COVID. That's right. Okay, number 8. Who's your sponsor, mate? Give me some filthy promo with your sponsor straight off the bat. Oh, here we go. Getting undressed. All covered roofing. Tell me about these pillars of this
weapons,
quality.
Absolute weapons.
Just tell me about this quality workmanship, please.
So all covered roofing. Director Justin Slobe. Slobey. We nickname him Fester.
Because bald head?
Yeah. Yeah, but he's just an absolute champion of a guy.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure. I've only been with him for about a year.
Yeah.
It's coming up a year anniversary at the moment. We just gel,
Beautiful.
So everything kind of runs. We bounce off each other, and if there's a problem, it's never... There's
never a drama?
There's never a drama. There's never a disagreement. We just get on with it. You could hit us with anything, the roof blowing off in a storm, and we'd be able to sort it out the next day. That kind of stuff. So,
You guys busy?
yeah, very
What's
busy.
going on with the trades at the moment?
That's why I had to put my phone on Do Not Disturb, because it's
Really?
I'll have 20 missed calls by the time.
Well, I feel honoured that you decided to spend an hour with me today.
I need it. This is a break
Really?
for me.
I work on weekends?
Not anymore, no.
No. But all covered roofing does? 7 days a week.
If the boys are keen.
If they're motivated?
Yeah.
It must be so much work, because getting a house built now takes, what's it take, about an extra 6 months or something from what it did?
Plus.
Really?
Yeah.
And you must have people just breathing down your neck all the time.
Well, I think it's to the point now where it's kind of past that, and the builders are becoming a little bit more patient.
Yep, because they know what's going on.
Because they know, because it's been going on for a good 2 years now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the problem now is the materials.
Okay, trying to get them in.
Trying to get the tin in,
Yeah.
and the colours, because the popular colours will get snapped
Go
up
straight away. Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of to and froing with the suppliers on what they can provide, and there's no point us providing, because we're supplying install.
Yeah.
There's no point us supplying half the roof.
Yeah.
And getting it craned up. Okay. And then waiting for the next lot to go in, and because we use subcontractors as well as guys on wages, so it's at the moment it's more scheduling nightmare.
Okay. And these guys have been pretty supportive of you for your boxing?
Very supportive. Well, they're the ones that kind of made the joke to apply.
Really?
Yeah.
So they're the ones to push you?
Yeah. So Justin's good mate Steve.
Yep.
Is friends with Glenn.
Yep.
And put in a word, and I went and saw Glenn, and
Glenn's a good guy.
He's a top.
And so it's Nige and the rest of the crew down there. Quality guys.
They are. It's quite funny actually, because especially Glenn, like Nige, I've just started getting to know a little bit more, because I've more dealt with Glenn, but Nige is an absolute legend.
Yeah.
But Glenn is more of someone that I can relate to, because I grew up with guys like him.
Yeah.
So we've got similar, we think the same, if he says something, I kind of tend to agree with it.
Yeah.
And just my background of how I was brought up, it seems like he had kind of the stories I've heard.
Yeah.
A similar upbringing. So he's just easy to talk to, and just a good guy.
Yeah. I've known him for probably about 16, 17 years now.
Yeah.
And the one thing he's consistent. How he's been from the day I met him to now, he's consistent. And he's a quality guy. And Nige, I had the pleasure of meeting Nige probably about 18 months ago, and James and Krabby as well. Both of them quality guys.
Yeah, good team.
Yeah, I can see why it's so successful, this PCR, with the way these guys are. Okay, mate, reasons behind your application. Tell me why.
Well, we were just mucking around with it, really joking. The boys were kind of, I kind of get this, sometimes I get this persona that I'm a you know.
Hard man.
Yeah, or, you know, just like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm not. But we were joking around one afternoon in the office. It was after work, and they're like, "Oh, you should apply." And I was like, "Man," because I've always wanted to do a white collar boxing fight. It's always been something in the back of my mind. I've always been, how do you do it? How do you get involved with it? Just from the way, you know, how I was brought up. I was brought up around boxing as well.
Okay.
So it was always something that I'd really wanted to do. And then I applied, and Justin put in the word with Steve, and Steve put in the word with Glenn, and sure enough, before Christmas, I was down at Anarchy having a little pad session with Glenn, just to get to know him. And yeah.
Have you been to any of the events?
I haven't. No.
Did I ask something else?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Glenn is like the old Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Just, you know, he's easygoing, kind of happy guy. But when it's fine, no, there's no mucking around.
Yeah, right.
He's those events they're incredible. They're the most. I've been to many different like events and functions and things, but that would have to be the most well organised, well drilled event, hands down, I've been to.
Yeah,
just
right.
with the timing, with you know, they make everyone out to be superstars. But it's a great event. That's just not me saying it. I will hang shit on Glenn at any opportunity. But those guys have sorted this out, and it is something else.
Yeah, right.
Is it going to be at the Crown this year?
It is. Yeah.
Do you know what date? I didn't
the
3rd of September.
It is.
That's not that far away. First event was supposed to happen in April 2nd, from memory. Was that it?
I think so. Yeah.
Because I was supposed to have all you guys in February, March. Remember, had everyone booked in. Then you all got COVID, and then I
didn't.
Oh, not you. Sorry. Okay. Sorry, I'm talking about everyone else. And they got COVID, and then they got better. Then I got it, and then the event got cancelled and pushed back. So you haven't had it.
Haven't had it.
Have you been? Had the vaccine?
Yeah, I have.
3 of them.
All three of them.
Yeah. Do you reckon? I think some people are just immune to it.
Yeah. Well, I up until I had the vaccine.
Yeah.
I still hadn't had it, and it's still because there was a bit of a time period there where the vaccine wasn't around.
Yeah.
And Paul Onafaro.
Yeah. He got it first. Well, he was one of the first ones.
I'll tell you a story.
Tell me a story about Paul Orofano.
I was picking him up.
Yeah.
From Scarborough. I come down from Sorrento to Scarborough, pick him up, and then we drive to the gym.
To go to
Anarchy. To Anarchy.
Yeah.
And this is when he had it. So I think it was a Saturday, and I'd picked him up. We'd driven to the gym. We'd sparred. I think we'd done pad work together because we were always we just went together because we clicked straight away.
Yeah.
And no one else would do pad work with him because he's southpaw. Southpaws.
Are you southpaw?
Nah. No.
Gee, I didn't realise it was an embarrassing thing to be southpaw.
Well, it's just like their foot's in the way. Like you just.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was on pad. We were sweating over each other and all sorts. Then they gave him a ride home, and then the next morning he said he had it.
Jesus. And you never got it?
And I never got it. And then I went to training on Tuesday, and people were kind of looking at me, and like a couple of comments were made, like, "Oh, don't pair up with Fraser because he's been with Paul. He's probably got COVID."
Really?
And then I went and got a PCR test because I'd done a rat test.
Yeah.
And I was negative. And then so I went to the PCR test, and negative.
Came back good.
Yeah. And then I just haven't had it since. Done rat tests and
really. Maybe you're immune to it. Maybe it's superhuman or something.
Maybe. You said it.
You're not correcting me though.
No. No, I'm not.
So since the first, so what is it? April to September. That's a few months there. So how's it been in that extra few months? How do you reckon you are going to be prepared for September as opposed to prepared for April?
I feel like I was more prepared in April.
What,
like
mentally?
Leading up to April, like I'd lost a good amount of weight.
Yeah.
I felt, like it was just different. But like this time around, I think, as my old man said, he said kind of to take a bit of a break in between and not train too hard and then
just burn out.
Peak too early.
Yeah.
So that's what I've done. But I think like leading into it, like we're still not back into training yet.
Oh, really?
No, we go back in August.
So what do you got? So, but you've still been going to Anarchy?
Yeah. So I've still been doing sessions with Nige since we got named, and since I got named in the red team, I've been making an effort to go in and do a session once a week with Nige. Which has been good. Yeah. But I still actively go to the gym during the week, and I've been running in the mornings. Yeah. And I've got a bag in the garage, so I've been hitting the bag. Okay. But yeah, I think it's like waiting, like waiting for it to kind of kick back in. Yeah, I think once we get back into training in August.
It's serious training. Yeah. It's like 3-4 days a week, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm going to go, I want to go, I've got twin girls and a 5-year-old boy, so it's very hard and obviously work to fit in all the training days. Yeah. But I think this time I've kind of preempted my wife that, these next 4 weeks when we go back, I'm going to be going as much as I can.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was only going twice a week back in Feb.
Okay. I think from I haven't obviously fought in this, but just don't think anyone can compete with me. My cardio is appalling. But what I've noticed with people is in the lead up, that last couple of weeks, people will find this extra gear and then they'll realise that it's real. And you are going up there in front of a whole, like you're going in front of a couple of thousand people, a whole bunch of your mates who have paid paid $1 or $2 to get those tickets, and you want to do them proud and put on a quality performance. Yeah. And I have seen people find this motivation in the last couple of weeks to get it done, like to actually get in there and get the training done. Yeah. But that waiting, that anticipation must have been pretty hard.
Yeah, it was, because I was really looking forward to it. And, although this time around, I'm really working on getting my dad over from NZ.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
He's coming to the show?
Well, I'm working on it.
Yeah. So have you got, with obviously the crew that you've got now, the red team there, have you got any connections to any of the other boxers? Like, have you met any of these guys prior?
None.
No? Okay. And are you in your team now? Have, you met all the other members of your team?
Well, I've met... Yeah, I'm pretty sure... No, there's a couple I haven't. I think Kyle. I don't think I've met Kyle.
Oh.
But I think what Glenn and Nige tried to do with the teams is keep kind of like friends with friends. Yeah. That kind of situation.
I think I try to accommodate everyone.
Yeah. But I mean, to be honest with you, everyone in this group since that first day that we all met, everyone's just absolute awesome people.
Yeah. Bonded really quick.
Oh, really quick, and I couldn't say a bad word about any of them.
Yeah.
Any of them.
What did surprise me is how a lot of them, I suppose, the friendships and stuff and the connections that are made during the training, even after it's all finished, a lot of people still hang out together and still you often see photos of them still together. And even people, I know it's like red versus blue, but there's no real animosity, there's no real anger or dislike of each other, even the person you're fighting, you know. Often the guys, you'll see them having drinks afterwards, and I think a lot of people are happy it's over more than anything, just that pressure leading into it.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah?
Oh,
Fired up?
Yeah, 100%.
It's a good night.
Yeah.
It's a good night. Yeah. They make you out to be a superstar.
Yeah, right.
You know, you're walking in there, there's lights going, the music's playing. No, it's unbelievable. So have you had any boxing experience prior to this?
Yes.
Tell me about your boxing experience.
98.
So you've been in the ring before?
I have, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
How was it?
It was, I was the first year of high school. So I was 45 kgs, the lowest possible weight category you can have.
13 years old?
Yeah, so midget weight, I think they called it.
They're allowing kids to box at 13?
This is back in
the 90s. Anything goes back in the 90s.
This is a sport at school, so this was like part of school curriculum. Like
really?
This was like, so you got rugby, you got basketball, and you had boxing.
This is in New Zealand, I'm guessing. They breed them differently over there. They do.
You've never had boxing at school over here?
I've never. No way.
Really?
No, I cannot imagine. I could be wrong. I haven't really checked, but I could. Even back in the day, if someone said, "Yep, let's do boxing," now I don't even think they even entertained karate or Muay Thai or I don't know, one of the self-defense ones. No, there was nothing like that.
So the year after I competed in that competition, it got scrapped.
Parents just not happy?
I don't know.
Do you wear full headgear and everything?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But still, even getting hit through headgear.
The headgear my head was so small that the headgear would just
spin.
I'd get hit and I'd just be like blind.
There is some research done actually that headgear causes more injuries than not wearing the headgear. Something about snapping your neck around can cause problems in your neck.
Well, it's almost like because
you've got no extra weight. It's almost
got the
like a
extra
helmet.
weight, plus you've got the vision side of things.
Yeah.
So it's almost like you're unnecessarily moving your head to see.
Oh, okay.
So if you didn't have the headgear on, you'd obviously have that.
So you almost got like tunnel vision when you've got it on.
You have got tunnel vision when you got it on.
And you have
especially
a massive
when you've got
target.
gloves up in front of you.
Yeah, a big target. I got a massive head. Imagine the size of me. Be like this.
Oh.
The width of my shoulders. This is gone. Would be hard to miss.
You're a monster.
Trying to find a hat that fits me is always a tough gig.
Yeah.
Do you have any connections to any of the PCR crew? I'm talking like Glenn or Nigel or Krabby or anyone like that prior?
No one.
No? It's just the first time you met them all?
It is, yeah.
And some of the female trainers down there, some of those girls are pretty good. Good fighters.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to take on...
Quick.
Yeah.
Quick.
And they don't look like... some people... you go, all right, I'm just by the look of this person, they look intimidating. Well, not intimidating, but you think this person knows what they're doing. Some of these girls are just incredible, just with the footwork, with the speed. I wouldn't want to fight. I reckon that'll finish me off. No dramas. Absolutely no dramas.
Yeah, Nigel was saying on Saturday, like speed wins fight.
Oh, the jab.
Yeah,
the jab. You hit me once in the nose, my eyes will go closed. I'll just go down. I'll take the countdown. I don't care. Oh, I couldn't think of anything. My body, I could not think of anything worse.
The nose, like, like my dad's got one of those noses because he's a boxer. He's got one of those noses.
Flat ones?
Just flat noses.
How's he go breathing through it, right?
Oh, I don't know. I'm guessing he snores.
Deviated septum or something. They're pretty common with boxers. I don't know. Do you have to get to a certain weight for this match?
Above 91.
Oh, you got to go up?
Yeah, on the main card.
Main event?
Yeah.
Superstar straight off the bat. I should feel honoured. So you got to wait. You got to go through. You got to wait for everyone to fight, and then you got to come out at the end.
At the end,
so you got to bring the house down. The two big boys.
100%. Yeah.
Jesus, that's an honour to be main event.
Oh, 100%. And I'm like, I'm very privileged. I'm very.
The crowd are loose by that stage.
Oh, I'm guessing they will be, yeah.
Oh, yeah. They've had a few under their belt.
Oh,
they get rowdy.
Very vocal. Very vocal. I've got a real dope intro song as well.
Oh, what's your intro song? I do ask you that later, but tell me.
Oh, do you want to know what it is?
You don't have to tell me. You can tell me if you want.
Well, I can't say that word because you said I can't say it.
Are you dead serious?
In Paris.
I don't know.
Kanye and Jay-Z.
All right. We'll cut this bit out.
Yeah, that one there.
That one there.
Play that.
We're going to skip to one song only.
This? Oh, nice. I can just see you walking out. Smoke machines?
Yeah.
I got to cut this out because YouTube will kill me with copyright on this. A lot of N-words in there, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, that's all right. How cool is that, choosing an intro song?
Oh, how good.
It's the best part.
Man, I had a list.
Really?
And I would crank them in the car because I'm like cruising around the truck all day. And I'd have them up real loud and people would be at the lights like, what, when you get the looks. Can they hear you? Can they not hear
you? We're back after that. Jesus. Current drinking / partying / working habits. How have they changed in the sense of prior to this training? I mean, you probably always go to the gym anyway prior to this.
Yeah, I try to get to the gym.
Yeah. Enjoy a few drinks.
Three times a week I get to the gym. Yeah, I'm not a big drinker.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a massive drinker just because I'm shit at being hungover.
Do you want to tell everyone about how vodka cures COVID? I think that's what you were telling me before.
Oh, yeah, I mean, back in the day, I reckon it would.
I reckon it would. It's pure. a few calories in vodka. But has it calmed down? Not calmed down, because I think at 38 with kids, you're 38. I said that right?
Yeah.
38 with kids. Sort of the party scene has sort of gone to the wayside a little bit, hasn't it? It's not what it used to be. But everything's pretty much constant with that now. Like you're still doing the same kind of stuff.
Yeah, pretty consistently in a routine, you know.
Yeah.
We did have a session on April leading up. I think it was the night of the fight.
Yep.
That was supposed to be the fight in April.
Oh, okay.
A few of us from the PCR all went out, and we ended up at the lookout.
No, it's just nothing ends well after the lookout.
On the D floor, and you know when you've been on the D floor when you wake up in the morning and your shoes are dirty, like on the top, because you've had people stepping on you.
Jesus, those are the days. Oh, imagine that now. I couldn't do it.
Man,
I couldn't do it.
I was.
How do you go with a hangover?
Terrible.
Oh yeah,
it lasts a week. 7 days.
And you got to get up on roofs and be trying to do roofing hungover.
Yeah, I'm not installing them anymore.
Oh, okay.
So
still trying to function.
Or just like measuring, like you're measuring a roof before the roof goes on. So you're walking over a skeleton roof.
Yeah.
Sometimes you lose your footing.
Nice. So tell me, what's your before? Okay, so we're talking pre PCR acceptance here. What was your training like prior to that, in the sense of gym, fitness, that kind of?
Yeah, just there was no cardio.
None.
Just pure weights.
Who does cardio?
Pure
it's
weights.
overrated.
Yeah,
just
cardio.
massive.
Just hate.
Get massive.
Yeah, it's just like get big.
Oh yeah,
because my son's
chest
5.
and arms.
Yeah.
That's all you need to do.
My son's like 5, and he's at that age, and we're just like, oh. I'm like, show me those guns, and he's like, looking, oh, yeah. He's like, show me yours, Daddy. And I'm like, yeah.
So what do you weigh now?
Right now?
Right now.
I'd be 93 naked.
Okay. And you got to get down to 91.
I've got to be above 91.
Oh, okay. So, all right. Sorry, I thought you were going to get below 91. Okay, so your bracket is, what's that, 91 to about 96? Is that the bracket?
I think like an exhibition fight, it goes from 91 right up until maybe 100.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think there's quite a big...
So you're not going to have any dramas with making weight or...
I don't think so. I want to lose a lot. Like I want to get down to 90.
Yeah.
Just under 90.
Yeah.
And then...
Load up on water before the weigh-ins.
And then just maybe eat a big pizza. Just enjoy it. Enjoy the moment.
Enjoy it. Get those carbs up before. And because it's 3 rounds, 3 2-minute rounds, is that it?
It is.
How do you reckon you're going to go 3 2-minute rounds?
I'm probably... The lungs are going to fail.
It doesn't sound like much, but it is a lot.
It's a lot. And I think with the adrenaline and the being in that atmosphere, I obviously haven't been in that atmosphere before, but I think it would kind of take your breath away a little bit.
And plus someone hitting you at the same time. Imagine copping a body shot when you're trying to suck air in.
I'm not going to get hit.
Teflon.
I'm gonna stay right away from him.
He's a big boy. I'm sure he can throw big hands. So since you actually have started the training, so what is it? So you've obviously cut down on the weights and just picked up on the cardio, have you?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
a little bit. Now I know that I'm in the heavyweight division, and on the last fight, I've kind of been. I mean, I've been doing the sessions with Nige.
Yeah.
Still running and stuff, or trying to run in the mornings.
Yeah.
Because I've got to get up at 4:30 and run before work.
Okay.
So it's at the moment it's pretty cold.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm still trying to keep my strength up because I know who I'm fighting.
Yeah.
And he's a big rugby boy, so I know he's going to be strong. And when he hits me, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
So I want to have that power as well and the strength,
Okay.
So I haven't really been. I've still been lifting heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's good. The weight thing, I knew that was last time. That was a bit of a concern for some people because, especially with the females, just because the weights did vary so much. A lot of people had to cut a few kilos, and they were worrying about it. But with upping the cardio as those guys do, I don't think that's going to be a drama. But the fact that you don't have to worry about weight is probably going to be a good thing for you.
Yeah, I think it is. It's just a worry I don't need to really, something I don't need to concern myself with that much.
Yeah. What's the hardest part of training? These crisp mornings, they have been fresh, haven't they, lately?
They have been fresh. Hence the the vest.
I put the heater on in this room as well. See when you come in here?
Yeah,
It's
I know.
balmy.
It is. So it is balmy at the moment. I should really take it off.
Okay, it's up here.
Yeah, it's been cold.
Yeah.
It's been crisp on the roofs, slippery.
It would be. So as for the training, what do you reckon the hardest part of that is?
I think for me, it's the pad work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
Pad work.
the sense of that's just hard on the body or just hard to
It's
get
just coming from what I kind of knew and what I got taught and ingrained into me.
there.
Punching with combinations is real foreign to me.
Yeah.
So throwing a combination and actually utilising my right is really difficult for me. And when the tides turn and I'm holding the pads, I kind of get like out of sync.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of finding that more the pad work and doing the one-on-one stuff with your partner harder than say the hill sprints or the sparring and like I love the sparring. The sparring is just.
Who you been sparring with?
Well, I was sparring Glenn.
Yep.
For his fight.
He can fight.
He can.
He's not bad.
He can.
Undefeated. The Floyd Money Mayweather of Perth, people are calling him.
Oh man, there's a photo. I don't know if it's still up on Facebook or Instagram, but when he the day after I'd gone and sparred with him, and I've just got like a
Big shiner.
black eye,
Yeah.
pearl black. But then on Saturday just gone, I fought a guy named Troy. Big boy.
Okay. Yeah. He's who is fighting in this one.
No, he's not fighting in this one. So there is a Troy in
Yeah.
this PCR, but I'm pretty sure this guy's just a boxer at Anarchy. I'm pretty sure he is a boxer.
Yeah. Troy, I think he did it.
I'm not sure what his last name is.
Yeah.
Big guy.
Yeah, I know the one. Yeah. He can fight.
No, he's top, and he's a legend.
Was he?
It's the first time I've really got to talk to him.
I think he was actually in one of the PCRs, one of the early ones.
Yeah, okay.
I'm pretty sure. And then he turned. If it's the same guy I'm thinking of, I think he actually had a few amateur bouts since then.
Yeah, I think he has.
Yeah.
He knows his stuff because
Yeah.
I sparred him on Saturday.
Yeah.
And he got me a couple of beauties.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then obviously sparring the other PCR guys that are in this group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What was I going to say? Any injuries you got?
Copped a blow to the ribs by Lewis.
How'd that go?
Yeah, it was sore. It's
Yeah.
painful. Yeah. I thought I'd cracked a rib.
Yeah.
I think it was just bruised, but I was sore for like a good 3 weeks.
Oh, Jesus. It's hard to get a full breath of air in with a busted rib.
Yeah, it was like right under my pec, so it was like really annoying. I couldn't sleep on it, and it was just a pain in the butt. But that's pretty much about it. I kind of think I pulled my shoulder or something once, and that lasted about a week. But no, I don't touch wood, tend to get that injured.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
You got to wait till you hit 40, mate. Everything changes.
I know, mate. I've got 2 years left. 2 years left.
Enjoy them. Trust me. It changes.
Oh.
Trust me.
It's going to be my last hurrah on September the 3rd.
Have you felt like this is probably more like a mental or psychological thing? How has it gone since you've been training? I understand that doing this much like exercise and physical activity, I've often seen people have a huge improvement in their mental health. So how's that gone? Have you noticed any changes with that?
I think I'm a lot more. I think just physically punching something.
Yeah.
Kind of, it's. I don't know about you, but like I kind of find it relaxing.
Yep.
And pre that, I might have been a little bit more tense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like an outlet for you.
Yeah, I feel like it is, and I'm like a lot more relaxed. Like I don't kind of jump at certain things anymore, and
Bit more patient.
Yeah.
It's from what I've heard, I personally haven't experienced it this much, but from what people said, yeah, it does seem to help their ability, especially boxing, because boxing, I think, still got a bit of a stigma attached to it, thinking if you train boxing, all you're going to do is be getting punched in the head and all you're going to do is fighting people. But I've seen people's ability to just deal with day-to-day stuff seems to be a lot better after doing some boxing.
I think you're right. Like, I'm sure if my wife went to a boxing class, she'd absolutely love it.
Kiwi girl.
Yeah, Kiwi girl.
They can throw.
They can. They can.
They can. We've all seen it firsthand.
Yeah, I've copped it.
Have you got any not fears, but have you got any concerns or worries about the actual event itself, about the night?
None. Nah. I'm just
confidence brewing.
Yeah, honestly, I'm so excited for it and pumped for it. Like I'm just going to be in my element.
Are you going to drag it out for all three? Are you going to get it done in one?
I'll muck around for the first round, I reckon.
Lure him into a false sense of security.
Yeah, I'll entertain the crowd.
That's what people come to say.
Yeah.
But 6 minutes, it doesn't sound much, but that would be a lifetime in there. I've seen some people gas out badly.
Yeah.
I would. I reckon I had one round in me.
Well, that's where I think the kind of one-on-one stuff with the coach is really good, like doing the one-on-one stuff with Nige.
Yeah.
His advice and, kind of where he wants me to be.
Very knowledgeable.
Yeah, he is. And, hopefully it can just all work out on the night.
Yeah.
But, I'm quietly confident.
Okay. I was going to ask you, have you ever been hit? But obviously with your experience in the boxing and that shiner that you had the other week, you have been. Do you remember the first time you caught one?
Yeah.
How'd it go?
Yep. It was a bit of a shock.
I think it's more shock than pain. I think people think...
I don't think it's pain. It's more
No, it doesn't hurt like you think it's going to hurt.
Even getting hit in the nose, when I got hit in the ribs, it didn't hurt to get hit in the ribs. It hurt afterwards, like when we stopped. But I think it's more like the shock of getting hit. And that's the other thing with the headgear, it's almost like it echoes...
The noise.
The noise echoes through the pads. But I mean, my I grew up in a very strict, old school kind of manner.
Yeah.
My dad was a prison officer for 20 years at a maximum security prison in New Zealand, so there was no mucking around.
Oh,
at home.
Yeah.
Jesus. If you get my drift.
Oh, he would have seen some maximum security in New Zealand. That would be my biggest fear. Some of the people he must have had to deal with.
Oh yeah, he got brought home in a van one day, and he turned his back on a prisoner and came home, and he looked like a gorilla. His whole cheek was out here like this.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus, I can't. It's just a different world. I can't even imagine what it's like.
I remember a couple of times going there to see Dad
at the prison.
At the prison.
What was the prison called?
Manawatu prison. It's next to the Linton Army Base, which is like middle of the North Island or lower North Island.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's an army base, barracks base next door in Linton, and then there was the prison itself. So.
Jesus. Because for me, just the Kiwi fellas, they seem to be a little, I'd say, intimidating as it is. And they're some of the nicest people I've ever met. They're polite, softly spoken. Some of these Maori guys are just a delight. But
well, I'm a Māori as well.
Yeah.
My mum's a Māori.
Am I saying it wrong?
No, well, I mean, Maori, Māori.
Māori?
Māori, Māori.
Māori.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say it right.
Māori.
Māori.
Māori, yeah.
Okay. Māori. All right, I'll cut that bit out. Me
Mate,
mispronouncing
sometimes I'll even hear myself saying Maori. That's just me living in Australia for too long.
I'll say that again. Māori fellas, like I said, some of the nicest guys I've met. Some of the most I've worked with a few of them. They're just polite, gentle guys, but physically they're very intimidating. So I cannot imagine what the maximum security prison, what that would harbour.
Oh, yeah. And for the stuff of nightmares, I'm guessing.
What was the stature of your old man? Was he a big boy?
Well, when I was younger, he obviously looked bigger.
Yeah.
But now he's 70. He's just turned 70, and he's not as obviously as a broader presence as he used to be. But yeah, he used to be pretty. It was everything about my old man is like such a good guy, such a nice guy, but his eyes. Like if he was ticked off at you, it was the eyes.
You'd just know.
Oh, you knew to run.
How would someone intimidate a man like that? It'd be impossible, physically impossible.
Oh, my dad would honestly, he would take on anyone, anybody.
I have no doubt after working someone like that.
Anybody. He wouldn't. If you rubbed him the wrong way, he would tell you.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Make sure if I see him on the night, I'm not going to get smart.
But then you'd look at him, like a lot of my friends, a couple of my mates came back to New Zealand for my wedding and met my dad from Perth. And
softly spoken?
Well, they were expecting some big Māori boy, and but that's not my dad. My dad's Pākehā, so he's white. And he just doesn't look like now that he'd have an aggressive bone in his body. But you flip the switch with him, and that's it.
Jeez, I will keep an arm's length if I'm in a sarcastic smart mood on the night. I definitely won't.
Well, that's if I can get him over here. Hopefully, I can get him over here.
Okay, personal sacrifices. Obviously, it's a big commitment to be on this PCR, especially with the training that you're looking at in August and the start of probably calm down by the start of September. But sacrifices. So with work, work has been your sponsor. They've obviously got to be very supportive of it. But family and friends, how they've gone with supporting you along the way, understand your need for extra time to train. How are they going?
Yeah, look, we've got 2 18-month-old twin girls.
Jeez.
And a 5-year-old son, and we don't have any family here.
Oh, jeez.
Excuse me. So it's I've got to be like aware that, Kim's looking after the kids during the day. I'm at work. I don't want to. That's what I'm saying about running early in the morning.
Yeah,
being home at 4:35 to help with that kind of witching hour.
Yeah.
So I haven't. It's hard to get kind of all the time to myself to train.
Yeah.
So I'm trying not to be very selfish with that, but like leading up to this particular fight, I've kind of hinted at my wife, like I'd like to do a few more days during the week, but
how's Kim going to go with that?
Yeah, I think it's every week's different. Every week's different. And it depends on what the girls are doing. Like they're walking. One's going in one direction, one's going in the other.
Twins.
Yeah.
Oh, mate.
Yeah.
It's a big ask. But overall, and like the mates and everything.
Mates have been good. Good. I'm still getting the golf in when I can. And,
really? Jeez, you're living the dream.
I'm not.
That was just something I'd say. I have to live this fantasy life through everyone else.
If you see me play golf, I'm not living the dream.
I can't even fit in mini golf at the moment.
Oh.
So what is your friends obviously very supportive of you. Family members, how are they in supporting you to step in the ring and do boxing? Because it's not like a normal sport. There is that chance that you're going to get hurt. How has it been? Have they been supportive of it? Do they have any concerns about you boxing?
My family and how I was brought up, it's just, my dad's very proud that I'm getting in the ring and all that kind of stuff. So, and that's, another reason why I want to get him over so he can see it. But, I think he just doesn't want me to he knows what I'm like.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want me to get too cocky. Like he's real, because I'm on the phone, I'm like, Dad, I'm lighting it up. It's
gonna be on.
It's gonna be on.
It's gonna be on.
He's like, calm down. Just no, you're not. You're not.
Oh, so he's disciplined, is he?
Yeah, he's like, oh mate, like a general in the army.
Really?
Kind of disciplined. Yeah, like he's like, no, you can't talk like that. You can't act like that. And I'm like, okay. But I feel pretty good, Dad. Like, you should see me, like.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. It must be, and your wife, because you said your wife isn't going to be at the event?
She won't be, no.
She's opted not to?
Opted out, yeah.
It must be daunting for partners to watch their...
I think that'll be quite hard for her to see me get punched in the face.
They do. She'll probably watch the replay because they record all the performances and everything.
Well, my son's like, out of the whole experience, I think being able to, if I was to come home with the win,
and the belt. Have you seen the belt?
I haven't seen the belt.
And
But
nice.
to bring that home to my son,
Not as good as that belt.
Not as good as the one I'm about to go purchase either.
The inflatable WWE one I've got hanging on the wall there.
Imagine that. But like just being able to give that to my son,
Oh, it'd be gold.
you know, and unlike and my son's a real boy's boy, you know, he
Yeah.
wants to wrestle and he's just, you know, he brags to his mates about me, and apparently I'm cousins with The Rock at school, like the whole school.
We should run with that.
I'm cousins with The Rock.
Yeah.
But you know, just being, I think that moment, like, you know, that's something to look forward to.
Oh, yeah, he'd wear it to school.
Oh yeah,
I wouldn't take it off. They're impressive.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. God, that's going to be good.
Yeah.
I should take part 1 year.
Oh, you should, eh?
Oh, no. I couldn't. Who
it.
would they possibly match me out
We
with?
can reverse roles, and I can interview you.
I don't think my body can take it.
I reckon you could, eh?
Maybe. No, it's not going to happen. I'm just going to go out and buy a belt and say I won it, or just pay someone to take a fall. I reckon half of these girls would beat me. I'll be honest.
Oh man, I reckon some of the girls will beat me.
Some of them are good. I tell you who, and it breaks my heart to actually talk nice about it because she annoys the hell out of me. No, is Esty.
Esty. Yeah, see, I haven't really got a chance to get to know Esty yet.
I met Esty and I was watching her train, and just her. I mean, she's a lovely girl. I'm only just giving her a hard time, but no, she's good. But whoever is she on your team?
I think she might be.
Whoever fights, I have seen more improvements. I haven't seen everyone, I'll be honest, but I've seen more improvements in her than anyone.
Yeah, right.
I reckon she's going to be a problem for someone, that young girl.
Yeah, I reckon there's the girls in the group.
Yep.
Just seeing them in the ring and sparring and all that, they're all very, you know, they're good.
Oh, yeah,
you know.
different mindset with the girls as well, isn't it?
It is.
But you're seeing how far they've come, and having these extra months, I reckon we're going to see some quality. I mean, the last year it was quality fighting from the start to the end.
Yeah,
it was
right.
really good. So with the extra couple of months in here, I reckon we're going to see some beautiful bouts going on. Walkout music. Now we get to the fun part. Walkout music. Who we got?
Kanye, Jay-Z.
And we won't say the name of the song because
we can't.
Because there's a certain word in there we can't use there. And most importantly, tell me this nickname. Have we got a nickname yet?
Yeah, Fraser Blade.
Fraser Blade. Did you come up with that?
I did.
Fraser Blade, Team 2. Red Team. Jeez, Fraser Blade. That is quite good, actually. And
it was Glenn's approval. I asked Glenn first.
Yeah.
Because I asked him. I had a couple.
Yeah.
And yeah, Fraser Blade kind of stuck.
That does sound good. I was trying to think of one on the way in. I had nothing. I'm normally pretty good with them, but no, I had nothing today. Fraser Blade's good.
You like that?
Yeah, I do, actually. Yeah. I do.
Yeah.
Nice. And your mates can all get, I don't know, are your fans, like all your mates going to have something like on Fraser shirts or something like that?
Oh, I don't think so.
Still bring blades.
Yeah.
Start throwing blades around. Yeah. Quick cuts. Nice. What are you hoping to get out of this? Like, out of the end of it, what are we hoping to get out of it?
The glory.
Oh, it's all about the glory. It's all about
glory.
The belt.
Yeah, the glory, I reckon, yeah. Just like, you know, this would be my kind of like last sporting kind of hurrah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the glory would definitely be it.
It is something that I don't think many people realise what an honour it is to compete in something like this, because this is something that God knows how small a percentage of people that actually get to do something like this is.
Yeah.
So, and I hope you get to enjoy in the weeks what have you got? 5 weeks to go now. In the time leading up to it, the night before your event and the after party, I just really hope you get a chance to enjoy it and take it in, because it seems to approach, it's done and it's over so quickly. But I just hope you do get a chance to really enjoy it, because it's an amazing event and it's run so well. And let's hope we have some drinks. What, about 11:30 at night? We'll have some drinks. And
yeah. What time's the last fight?
I think it's about 11 o'clock.
Yeah, okay.
I think. So it's a late one.
Yeah, okay.
But that's all right.
That's all right.
Yeah. Drinks at 11:30. We'll celebrate. I'll wear my belt. You wear yours.
Yeah, nice.
Nice. Thanks for coming in today, mate, and I wish you all the best for the September 3rd PCR number 8, Crown Ballroom. Did I get that right time?
You did.
Beautiful, mate. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
I wish you all the best for the event, and we look forward to some drinks afterwards.
Definitely. Thanks, buddy.
Yep.